All right, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making a quick video on this book here that I have in front of me, Textbook of Natural Medicine, 5th edition, volume 1 and 2. I paid around $200 for these two books. Well worth it in my opinion. So let's check it out. You also have the, I have the enhanced anywhere, anytime access to this. It says here enhanced digital version included. And I would just scrape this off here. It gives me a serial code. Yeah. And then you go online to access that information. So I've been going through this book, and I'm actually on this section here titled Placebo and the Power to Heal. Very interesting stuff. Several pages dedicated to the placebo effect. And I learned something new today. Bell's theorem, which I guess says as follows. Bell's theorem supports the idea that our universe consists of particles unified instantly as an indivisible whole. Our biological homeostatic systems cannot be analyzed in terms of independent parts. So from what I've read so far of the placebo effect, it seems that intention has a very powerful effect, not only on one's self, but other, not only humans, but even machines, and which I found to be very interesting. Let's read a portion here. It says, well, let me read a portion here. It says placebo response. And it says as follows: the placebo response represents the power of the mind through intention to affect, number one, a change in one's self, number two, a change in those around one, and number three, a change in the environment in which one lives. Intention has been observed to affect machines and remote biological systems. Distantly influenced systems include another person's electrothermal activity, blood pressure, and muscular activity. So that was very interesting and thought-provoking. So I'm definitely going to keep studying this section. These books, from what I understand, are designed for medical students who are going to become naturopathic doctors. And I'll kind of give you an idea of how thick the books are. And then I'll just browse through these pages for you so you can get an idea of the quality and the print, and you know, just get a look inside of this amazing book here. So we have Philosophy of Naturopathic Medicine, Placebo and the Power to Heal, as I just mentioned, Positive Mental Attitude. What is this? Apoptosis in Health and Disease. I'm not a doctor or a scientist, so you'll forgive me if I do not pronounce these words properly. Bacterial overgrowth of the small intestine, breath test. Check that out. So you can assess, I guess, bacterial overgrowth by doing a breath test. So it goes into depth about that subject. That's one cool thing about section or volume 1. You get a lot of different ideas on how to diagnose a person's health. And it gives you a bunch of different tests, you know, like this one here, bacterial overgrowth of the small intestine, breath test. Go figure, right? Cell signaling analysis. Another test. And let's keep going. Fantus test. I'm sorry for my my lack of refinement. Fatty acid profiling. That's an easy one. And it talks about that as well. More on that. food hypersensitivity, genomics, and the promise of personalized medicine, hair mineral analysis, immune function assessment, a lot on that, intestinal permeability, more on that as well, laboratory tests for determination of vitamin status, lactose intolerance testing, metal toxicity assessment and exposure and retention. I might be skipping some of these tests because there is a lot of information in this book. So I'm just grabbing pages here. I might be skipping over some information. Mineral status evaluation. A lot on that, actually. There's a lot of pages dedicated to that. Let's see. Mold exposure assessment. Mold exposure assessment. What else we have? Non-metallic toxic chemical assessment. I think we're back on mold exposure assessment, non-metallic. Okay. Let's go forward a little bit. Oral manifestation of nutritional status. Biomarkers for stool analysis. So, I mean, that's when when you're doing a stool analysis, you really want to get to what's making you sick. A lot of information on that. Biomarkers for stool analysis, organic acid profiling. More on that. Let's see. I don't want to skip anything, but I think I'm going to. So some kind of test for heavy metal and toxic chemical exposure in your urine. Oh, and then it jumps into the different modalities, therapeutic modalities, and practice specialties. So, of course, you're going to have acupuncture in this book, and it talks about acupuncture, medicine from India, covers that as well. Botanical medicine. Let's see. Environmental medicine. A lot on that. Exercise prescription. Using exercise as a form of medicine. A lot of pages covering that subject. Fasting. Goes into fasting. And the nice thing about this book, from what I understand, it's written by naturopathic doctors, people with PhDs, bachelors of science, doctors of chiropractic. So it's not just random people writing the information. It's actual, healthcare practitioners, doctors, scientists. It's got BS, MA, PhD. I'm not sure what that is. DC, I believe that might be Doctor of Chiropractic. So it goes into fasting, a lot of pages on fasting. What is it? Glandular therapy. Talks about that as well. Homeopathy. Let me move the cord so it doesn't slap the page when I turn it. A lot of information on homeopathy. Actually, hydrotherapy. Now, there's different types of hydrotherapy. There's one where it's like an enema, and then the one that that I know about that's supposedly really effective is hot and cold water, or hot and cold towels. I think they call that hydrotherapy as well, where you do a session of hot and cold, and that's supposed to boost the immune system, get it to wake up and help you heal. More on hydrotherapy. There's a lot of pages actually on hydrotherapy. Yep. Manipulation. I think that's like a form of massage. Yep. That's probably more into like the chiropractic end of things. And then for pain mitigation, a lot on that. Stuff that I hadn't even heard about in this book. Very, very interesting. Lots of info. So let's jump even further forward. It's got a lot of rotation diet. I'm not too sure what that is. Soft tissue manipulation, diagnostic and therapeutic potential. Spirituality and religion goes into that as well. More modalities. Then it kind of jumps into like herbs and minerals. Here it's talking about garlic. So this section here, this big portion, most of it anyway, because a lot of it's indexed as well. I guess it's dedicated to like minerals, herbs. And we have aloe vera here. Goes into that. So this would be like, I guess your botanical section. But it's not just plants, because it does cover minerals. I saw boron in here. Beta carotene, how that works. There we go, boron. Dosage. Green tea. All right, now let's jump to the volume 2. Give you an idea of that. They're about the same size. So let's get into this one. It's got sports nutrition. Syndromes and special topics. So this book, this part of it, the volume 2, is going to dive deeper into specific diseases, syndromes, and what the possible causes and possible remedies are. So let's look at that. Oh, here we go. Hair loss in women. I mean, it varies greatly. You have stuff on autism. You have stuff on diabetes, obesity, interstitial cystitis, gout. A lot of gout. Yeah. What's this? Glaucoma. She talks about glaucoma. Gallstones. So this portion, big section of volume 2, is dedicated just to specific diseases and syndromes and fertility, female infertility, male infertility, kidney stones, menopause, multiple sclerosis, obesity, osteoporosis, pelvic inflammatory disease, some diseases that I had not heard of, problems with pregnancies. All right, so let's jump forward. And then we have a little more botanical stuff in the back here. This is essential oils. The role of essential oils in the treatment of chronic inflammatory processes and infectious diseases. All right, so I think that's about it.